Wake up. Wake up.
Oh. Hello there.
Welcome to the Wild Man Podcast.
What's up, faggots? We are here on location. Fucking freezing, but we're doing it. Getting it done.
Wet,
Nothing fucking stops us, though.
stinking of smoke, covered in shit. Real shit, not that fake shit you guys fucking throw around.
Pussy shit.
Homegrown bionic shit.
Yeah! But anyway, we got the fire roaring over here. We got some sausages cooking on the skillet. We're chilling. This is what we do, mate. What did we want to talk about? We wanted to vote upon masculinity and the state of it in modern society.
And how much has gone downhill over the last 12 fucking months, man. Like, seriously, like, the fucking shit people spout on about, like, I mean, okay, here's for one, masculinity aside, can you guys not think for your fucking selves? Like, obviously we're not talking to the fans here, you know, you guys are cool, but the other fucking wankers, Jesus fucking Christ, man, like, fucking backs. I mean, like, the people in the UK moaning about what's going on over in America. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I'm sick to
Who
death.
gives a fuck? It's got nothing to do with us. It doesn't
Yeah.
affect us in any fucking
We're
way.
never going to fucking meet.
We've got our own politicians fucking screwing us over. We don't care about yours.
And also, like, the way people fucking simplify politics, it drives me fucking mad.
Either
It's
this
like, yeah,
or
yeah.
fucking that.
Like, it started in America with that division, and now it's anything America does, we fucking do. It's like if young people in America start eating their own shit, mate, young people over here be doing it.
In a fucking heartbeat. I mean,
But
I've done that, but like, you know, on acid, you know.
Beast, what was it, Beast 18?
Yeah.
Been eating that since
2008.
Oh, Beast 18. Yes. But yeah, that, I'm just like...
Before it was fucking cool, alright? I was a trailblazer.
He was,
Trendsetter.
But like that fucking like, oh, you decide you're left, and therefore everyone on the right is evil, or you just, or vice versa, and it's not that fucking simple, you fucking idiots. It's not Star Wars. Like, there isn't goodies and baddies. You fucking clowns, get a grip of yourself and realise that like everyone who sees something a different way to you, that doesn't mean they're evil. That doesn't mean they're fucking, you know, the devil. You fucking clown.
They can
grow up.
They can be cunts,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily
like,
make them
Happens on
evil.
your side as well.
Yeah.
You can't just demonise the other side. You have to have these debates with the other people and actually get to a concise opinion.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got a reason for what they're doing.
And at the end of the day, both sides, for the most part, they think they're doing what is best for the world,
Yeah.
just as the other
Yeah,
side is.
yeah, yeah.
The other side isn't inherently evil and is trying to destroy the world.
It's like, I think it's very much with the liberals, with the left, because they tend to be younger. Like, I was very liberal when I was young, you know, fucking flicking through the Guardian, thinking
Yeah,
I was
because it sounds
intelligent.
fucking okay on
Yeah,
paper.
yeah, and it's all like that socialism, like, fairness. That's not the way the world works.
Yeah, they
Grow
want
up.
this utopia, but you've been raised in this fucking spoiled lifestyle. You don't realise that's not the way the world
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
You know, you can't have this little
Yeah, and then on the
utopia.
flip side of the coin, hey, capitalists, stop fucking destroying the planet
Yeah,
just
yeah,
because
yeah,
it gets
yeah,
you another
yeah.
billion, you know?
Yeah.
It's both. You can't really say you're this or that. It's always in the grey,
Yeah,
you know? And it's like, you know, like, it's like if you ever had a heated argument with someone over a text, it doesn't happen. It does not work. Nothing gets resolved from a fucking text war. It doesn't fucking happen. Yeah, you call that person up, and what takes 3 hours to fucking go back and forth in a text, you can solve it in a minute on the fucking phone.
There's so
I
much-
didn't mean it like
so
that.
much you can't convey over text message. There's emotion. There's so many ways you can read into
But it's-
what someone's
It's
saying.
the
with what they're
same with
saying.
fucking politics. It's the same with politics. Like, everything is so multifaceted that you can't just look at the other, or look at either side and go, oh, they're the goodies, they're the baddies.
Yeah,
It's
and
childish.
Stop looking at politicians like they're your mates. They don't give a fuck about you. They all went to the same fucking schools. They all went to the same secret society fucking fraternity shit. They
They're
all
all on Einstein's Island.
all of them. Like, none of them fucking care
And
about
people
you.
feel betrayed when the politicians fucking betray them. It's like just because you fancy them doesn't mean they
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
you. You
Put
know.
all of your eggs into that basket.
Every fucking
and
election.
You're surprised when they fuck you over when they get power. Grow up.
Every election was like, that's our fucking guy, like, he's gonna sort things right out. Like, he lied to us! He didn't do a thing! He said he was gonna do
Every
it! What?
4 years.
Again?
Every
Why?
4 years. I'm almost starting to notice a pattern.
So just think for your fucking selves, guys.
I think the most I've ever seen it in my lifetime is with Trump and just the backlash against him and just how they demonise him and say he's a racist. But show me where he's actually said something racist.
He did say some
He
shit
did
about
say
Mexicans.
that.
He did say some dumb shit.
Didn't he say like fucking, oh, some of them are drug dealers and they just cut out some of them and then just keep showing you drug dealers, they're drug dealers.
Yeah, but at the
Grow
same
up, man.
time,
You're being
you know they're
manipulated
going
by
to do
the
that.
fucking media.
You know the media's going to fucking do that, and so you can't say stupid shit. How about just don't say?
Yeah, but he's not a politician, as he wasn't. And I'm not like.
But he was
sticking
though.
up
He was the president.
Yeah,
He
but
was
I mean,
the
he
president.
came from the business world rather than because most of them they're fucking bred to be politicians. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
like, especially in this country, they all go through eating. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You
they're a
see like
different
pictures
class.
of them in their 20s, and they're all fucking friends.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
and they go into parliament. Like, you can't fucking do that shit.
But then probably back behind the fucking scenes, they go, I gotta fucking go. They're all getting pissed together. Do you know what I mean?
It's the same like lawyers do. Lawyers are all like, okay, we'll win this one, and you fucking win that one,
Yeah,
alright? Like
yeah,
in
yeah.
civil court. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
WWF
got the last
fucking
one.
wrestling. It's wrestling,
Look,
mate.
just
That's
give
what
us a little something here that I
SmackDown
can
versus
take back
Raw.
to my
Donald
clients,
Trump
and then
is
whatever.
Hulk Hogan. And fucking Biden is the
Macho Man Randy
the
Savage.
fucking Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
But it's
Macho
like,
Man
it's
is
just,
fucking president, yeah.
it's just,
Still, you drunk.
it's
Go,
silly.
go bring the motherfucking
It makes you look silly when you're getting so fucking drawn into this bullshit of politics and stuff. And it's like, it's distracting you from the real issues in your life. And the fact that behind the scenes, they're just, well, it's not even behind the scenes, it's incessant, it's like,
It's like this cloud that just drifts over everything and muddles the whole thing up. man.
And they're trying to hide the fact that, you know, masculinity is dying out. It really is. Like you said earlier, like, it's not necessary anymore.
Masculinity was essential to survive.
Yeah.
You had to go toilet, you had to go out and hunt, and you had to defend your tribe. You had to take over other fucking.
It wasn't
clans, you know?
optional.
It wasn't.
You don't have
yeah.
to drag yourself out to an abandoned building in the fucking woods like we do to fucking get your rocks off.
No,
But
Like,
this day and age,
there was
people
no recreational fucking hoboing back then.
Nowadays, people only do what's necessary to survive and not necessary to
and because
thrive.
it's so easy to live a comfortable life in this society.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not
there's-
hard to
there's-
survive.
Everything is in
You
place.
don't have to wonder where your next meal's
There's
coming
no
from.
Yeah, yeah.
struggle, man. There's no the self-imposed struggle, but so few people fucking do that shit.
That's
It's-
what's important.
It's
I think-
what
I think
feeds your soul, man.
That's what's important. Self-imposed struggle. Testing yourself against things that you might not fucking beat. You know what
It's
I mean?
like, how about you just go on a fast for 3 days and see if you can fucking do it? It ain't gonna kill you, you
Yeah.
fat
And
fuck.
it's not
You know
about-
you ain't gonna fucking, you're gonna go into ketosis before you fucking
And it's
start.
not even
again.
about like the health purposes or anything of it. It's just to challenge yourself, just to test your mind, just to bolster yourself.
Yeah, like,
you know?
you pay for
and
way
to be,
more than
to
you
be
think.
proud to be a man. Do you know what I mean? A masculine man. Like, that's what's important. To be proud of it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost as if it's a shameful thing. That.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you fucking say the wrong thing that's a little bit out of place from like what's with the social
Yeah,
construct
yeah.
these fucking days. Like, I see people in their 50s using shit that millennials fucking came up with.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's programming, mate. That's
Yeah.
program. Like, you see people repeating the same shit they saw on the news as if that's gospel now.
Yeah.
It's like, show me the fucking double-blind studies that this fucking shit works. Because all I can see is fucking everyone up these days.
Yeah. And like the way, if you do masculine things, if you test yourself in, like, you almost get sniggered at. Do you know what I mean? In this society, it's like, what are you doing that for? What are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have something to prove. Like, that's something wrong. That you should just, like, everyone should accept what they are and never want to improve or change anything. Just be who you want to be. That's bullshit.
But why have you
It's
got holes in
lies.
your jeans? Why don't you throw them away and buy another pair? Some Indonesian kid slaved for fucking 2 hours to fucking make those jeans. At least you could do is buy them, mate. Talk amongst yourself.
But yeah, I find it, it's poisonous, man. It's poisonous. It's like, you do anything I was chatting to a guy on a job the other day, and he was, "Oh, what you up to the weekend?" I said, "Oh, I'll probably go out to the woods with the lads and fucking we'll take the boxing." He's like, "Fucking, that's a bit too much fucking testosterone for me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, you need more testosterone in your life."
Is when you get people who ask why, what's the point? It's out there, it's cold, you could just be inside warm watching Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck off with that.
Playing your fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, it's pathetic, and like, yeah, it's not necessary, but
All
in
the
the
best
same
things
way,
in-
it's the most necessary.
All the
fucking thing.
best things in life are the things that aren't necessary.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Good food, you know, that's not fucking necessary. You could just eat fucking plain
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
raw.
But-
Art. All of that is unnecessary. And
It's-
those are the things that make the life worth living.
Yeah, but it's not necessary for our survival now.
Mm.
But I think it's necessary for like character.
Yeah, for,
You know what I
for
mean?
the
Yeah,
human
yeah.
soul, this is what separates us from the animals, you know. Humans are superior to animals, and these things you have to nurture, like art and all these other kind of things,
Yeah, yeah.
which is what transcends you to another level.
It was like we saw like the first lockdown last year. You know, we had a little Telegram group going with some guys and setting out challenges. Like one was like how many burpees can you do in 30 minutes? And you could tell who was just like, they weren't trying to fucking strive to be the front of the pack. They weren't pushing themselves. Like they were just trying to toe the line in the middle, so that they'd done it, but they weren't really pushing themselves. I mean, fuck, I was in bed for like 6 fucking days, like struck down with whatever. I was like aching from head to fucking toe. Like a week later, I did the challenge late, and I came fucking second place.
Yeah, just to
You
prove
did
you
it.
could
It's
do
all
it.
those
Yeah.
people that just say, that'll do, that'll do.
Yeah.
That won't fucking
No,
do.
I hate that phrase.
Yeah,
That'll
because,
do, man.
because that chips away at your character.
Because when you
Like,
bend, you give yourself that little excuse. You
Yeah,
bend a little
yeah,
bit,
yeah,
then you
yeah.
give yourself more excuses,
Yeah.
more excuses, and before you know it, you're a brain dead fucking slate.
And I have females I know in the family and stuff saying to me, like, why are you so hard on yourself? Why are you trying to push yourself? Because they're never going to understand it. Do you know what I mean? A woman
Yeah.
can never understand that. They can't. They're not programmed to the way we are. But I see more and more men coming out with those things that you expect to hear from. Like, why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. Oh, just have a day off. No, that's why your character's weak and you're going to fucking falter. And I'm hard on myself because I want to be the best man I could be. I want that character. I want to keep my promises, to keep my word. Do you know what I mean?
And if you fail, you need to fucking let that eat away at you.
Yeah.
If you set out to do something and you fell short, that needs to niggle at your soul.
yeah.
So that you're like, nah, you fucked up there. You could have done better. You didn't leave it all on the fucking table. You didn't do what's necessary to get you there.
Yeah.
And you fucked it up. Because, like, those chances, sometimes they only come around once in a while.
Yeah.
And you want to be ready so that you can accomplish that fucking task when it comes.
Fucking December when I competed World's Strongest Disabled Man, I went down and I came second to Bishop again, but this year I fucking gave him a run for his money, you know what I mean? I went to that final event, a point in the lead, and he got me by 1 point, and yeah, I didn't fucking get what I wanted, I didn't win, but I felt a lot better because I knew I gave it everything.
And you did better than you did last time, which
Yeah,
means
yeah.
next time you're going to fucking smash it.
yeah.
Always improving.
But like, just
Always
the
improving.
satisfaction from just giving everything you've got.
Yeah. It's like at the gym. It's like, yeah, if I go to the gym, I'm usually not going to be the biggest guy in the gym, but I can always be the one training the fucking hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, where you are now is not where you're going to be in 5 years. You know?
Yeah, it's not about being a big fucking monster now or being the most successful in business, whatever, you know what I mean? Or even in your spiritual life. But as long as you're striving forward, and I think that's being lost. I feel like that's being lost because people are just too easy on themselves. Because life's too easy. So when life gets it easier, you need to find a way. It sounds fucking crazy to people who don't do it, to make your life harder. You know what I mean? You need to make
And
your
look
life
how many
harder.
dudes like do that, and how successful they are. Like Wes Watson, David Goggins, Jocko. You know, those dudes, they're up at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Every
they're
day,
hitting it hard, and if they fuck it up, like what Goggins says, like he needs to get up a certain time to go running, and if he sleeps in for half an hour, or even if he thinks of hitting snooze for a second. He's like, bitch ass motherfucker,
Yeah.
and he makes himself run more for that. He's like, how dare you fucking think
Because
that
that's
shit?
the lower self, and you need to beat that into submission.
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
knows
yeah,
who's fucking boss.
Yeah, it's and you know what? You hear that voice. You hear that.
Yeah,
you know
everyone
what?
hears it.
You
Everyone
hear it.
fucking
Whether
knows,
you pay
man.
attention to it or not, that's another fucking thing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, you know, it's not just about lifting weights or running or like you know the real hardcore shit. I find it's in the simple things where it really matters.
Yeah.
You know, like where you catch yourself bitching out,
Yeah,
and you really need to snap yourself in the fucking jaw and be like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
Because that's not you.
Even if it's like fucking, you sat at home, you look down and think, I should Uber up. Oh, I'll do it later. Do you know what I mean? That snowballs, man. It's
It all starts
gets
with that. It's
into
those
you.
little things.
You've got to be fucking
And
hard
before
on
you
yourself.
know it,
And
you
I'm
fucking-
guilty of it too. I do it all the time. I was doing it recently, and I'm like, the place is becoming a shithole. I'm like, what am I doing, man?
Feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you all get that, and sometimes you know it's someone who's close to you that's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it's not even someone close to you. It can
Yeah.
be someone that you don't even know that well. You work with, and they see you like, "This ain't you, mate. What are you doing?"
Or even fucking like Jocko and all those, you know, Goggins and shit. You just come across something on YouTube, or you leave it to autoplay, and one of those guys comes up, and you're like,
Yeah, you're right.
fucking
They're
do it,
shouting
man.
Yeah.
fucking in.
What am I
Get your
doing?
shit together.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Hopefully,
exactly that. Get your shit together.
that's what we're doing for you bitch asses out there, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we think a lot of ourselves or anything. Like we have a healthy ego.
Yeah, we're very humble. I'm more humble than these guys.
Dude, I'm way more humble than
I'm
you.
more fucking
It's
humble
been
than
said
you
I
are.
am the most humble guy anyone's ever met, ever.
If you look in the dictionary definition of the word humble,
It's
picture of
me.
my
It's
fucking
me.
face.
It's
my
me.
fucking
You have like the old edition.
Right,
it's my
tops off.
edition.
Come on, let's have it. Bare knuckle.
fucking six pack. I'll show you my fucking six pack.
Post physique.
Oh, the next 20 minutes we're just fucking posing down for
Nice
this
coke,
motherfucker.
Cuba.
But like, yeah, and it's, you've got to have some ego. You've got to have some ego because you've got to have some fucking pride. That's what drives
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's like, that's another thing where it's like,
People
it's
demonise the
encouraged
ego.
to be so fucking humble and stuff. But like, yeah, you've got to be humble. You can't be an arsehole. But at the same time, you've got to have some ego. You've got to have some pride. You've got to want to be better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Massive egos that build castles and cathedrals. and stunning
Yeah.
works
That's
of
what
art.
builds
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
yeah, I mean,
things.
like you imagine setting out to build like a cathedral where
Yeah,
it's
but you don't
not
need
going
to
to
be
be,
like too much.
it's not going to be completed before you die,
Yeah.
and your own legacy is that maybe the stones, like the first 10 feet at the bottom, that you carved those fucking stones. You know,
That is the
and your
foundation.
son is there for the next bit, and maybe your grandson's there.
yeah,
I mean, some of those fucking cathedrals took 100 years to
Dude, I
fucking
was
make
down
properly.
Bath the other week after I competed. We went out to Bath, a cathedral there, man. Oh my god, it's unreal. The fucking stonework. is
Yeah.
just-
I mean,
And
these
that
dudes,
took
they didn't even have
hundreds of
toilet
years.
paper back then. They were all wiping their ass with straw and shit like that.
Bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
they
the water, just shit.
Just fire, just burning it off.
They were just like all riddled with syphilis. Fucking, they bathed once a fucking year. These savages were able to fucking construct these amazing fucking things.
Consecrated their cathedral with syphilis.
Well, that was just the priest as well, man. But it's, you know, like, what do you want to be remembered for when you go? Because, like, you know, most of us, we're not going to be remembered by the masses. And to be honest, I don't really want to be remembered by the masses because those fucking cunts don't have a clue what they're doing at the time anyway. They're just little lemmings just fucking floating around following whatever they're told to. But the people who matter, the people you know, what do you want them to say about you? You know? Like, yeah, sometimes he half-assed, but he was an okay guy, you know? I mean, shit, I'd rather have 10 people at my fucking funeral singing my praises, telling stories about shit, about me. Shit, like where they're there till 3 o'clock in the morning because they just want to keep telling those stories.
Yeah.
That's what I want to leave behind. I don't want to leave behind some, like, bullshit.
Glory and story.
I had to get that one. Yeah.
Time for the sponsorship.
Go to honorculture.com.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, and like how people have, you can tell who's changed their mindset in like with what's going on at the moment with like who's thrived and who hasn't.
Yeah,
You know?
I've always said that these lockdowns have been almost like a chrysalis for a lot of people because they're stuck in their homes and they're forced to face themselves. It's like, what will you do? Will you just sedate yourselves with Netflix, video games, or are you going to fucking build your fucking empire from home? And people who say they can't fucking do anything in lockdown, that's a fucking lie.
That's all
You have
shit.
so much
I got
time on you.
shitloads done when I was off for a couple of weeks. I got shitloads
Exactly.
done.
And are you going to come out of that fucking chrysalis,
Yeah.
fucking weathered and beaten, or are you going to come out a beautiful
I've
fucking
got-
butterfly?
You're
I
a
got
beautiful
shitloads
butterfly.
done, even though I've been working all fucking time. Like we ain't stopped at my place. We've been working all the way through. We make shit for hospitals and prisons and shit
I'm
like
getting my
that.
fucking business going with all my
Yeah,
fucking food.
you
deliveries
get
and
furloughed and you fucking start your own little catering business on the side.
everything.
You know.
Man, I'm fucking
It's-
building my empire.
And you got. I mean, like, how many people they got furloughed? You're getting 8% of what you make, and they just sat home and watched Netflix the whole time.
Do you know what it is? You've got to play the cards you're given. Some people get dealt a shit hand. I don't give a fuck. You play the cards you fucking got.
Yeah.
You don't just fucking throw them away.
Everyone
You know?
gets a shit hand at some point.
Yeah,
Everyone. It's
yeah.
just a
Some
lot
people
of
are born
people
with a
got it
fucking
at this
shit hand, but
point.
regardless,
Yeah.
you could always better yourself.
Well,
I
like
don't
you
care
say,
what kind of privilege you think you have or don't.
What
have.
gets you through, what makes you do that, what sets you apart, character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you, in times of plenty, put yourself through the grinder, through the ringer, then when you are struggling, you've got that character in place to carry you through.
Because character isn't something that you're just born with. You have to nurture it, you know. You have to build it, you have to create it, you have to go out and do stuff. And
Well, I remember growing up, I had fucking not very good male role models in my family, you know. And I was lazy as fuck, piece of shit, you know what I mean? Just wanted to get wrecked.
Yeah.
And then, for me, it was I decided to join the Marines, signed up for that, and it changed everything because I had to start developing character. So I was hard on myself all the time, and I've tried to carry that with me. You know, it's such a valuable fucking asset to have, and you don't realise until you start to develop it just how valuable that is.
Yeah, I learned how valuable it was because I was kind of like, I was just lazy and just didn't do fucking anything else. I had no character. Girls weren't interested in me, and you know what? They were right to not be interested in me because I was a piece of shit, I was a parasite. And now I've met you guys, I've started to get my fucking hands dirty, and I've built that character, and I've seen how hollow it is on the other side, and it's fucking bleak, man. But that just drives me forward, you know. I use that to fuel me, to push myself, to develop my character and develop my empire.
Yeah, and it's like, I think some people, they hit a hot streak for so long that they get a bit too civilised and they forget just what got them to the fucking dance, you know. And it's like, you know, you know, if you came from nothing and you built up something, and like sometimes you forget. You forget exactly what got
That's
you
why
there.
you got to keep your hands dirty, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
It's like, you know, it's like, you know, you get these like CEOs that go to these BDSM fucking dominatrixes and shit because they're so used to fucking like telling everyone what to do and being in charge all the time. They just need to kind of let go and fucking, you know, like it's like you have to balance the scales out with that shit.
And
it's
you
like
get a lot of fucking CEOs of billionaires and stuff, like fucking hundreds of them every year, in a big fucking queue trying to climb Everest.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
they understand the value of testing yourself against something great
yeah,
and the character. You know what I mean? If you caught yourself slipping and you think, oh, I'm fucking softening up here with all this money, that's when you go and do something like that. You know? It costs fucking 30 grand a piece.
I mean,
what the fucking
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at look at Wes Watson, right? A lot of people know him now. I mean, I remember years ago, probably what, like 3 or 4 years ago, he was like posting pictures while he was in prison on a contraband cell phone, and you'd always know when it'd get taken away from him because it would go quiet for a bit and then he'd start it up again. And it's like, you saw him doing that, and now you see him. He's in a fucking the penthouse fucking
yeah.
suite.
He just a few
He's
years as well, and considering he's got a criminal record, can't get a fucking normal job.
You saw him. You saw him come out.
He cultivated that.
Yeah.
He was forced to face himself. In those
You
4
saw
years.
him come out of prison, and he's got this like little fucking like this little apartment, right? And then you see it building and building and building, and then bam, it just fucking takes off. And like, but he's still up at like 4 o'clock, or fucking earlier than that sometimes, straight down the gym. He still drinks like the cheap fucking Folgers coffee that he had in prison because he's like, that grounds him.
Yeah.
He still
Character.
fucking makes himself get up and do the hard fucking
That
work.
drive
you know?
that he's got, every single person in the world has got that deep within themselves.
Yeah,
They just haven't brought it out.
Yeah, he's not a unique fuck. He's not an alien.
He wasn't born with it.
Yeah.
He was forced to face and stuff, and everyone's got that drive, and it's a shame to see so much potential wasted. You know.
Well,
Makes me look better.
sometimes I enjoy watching people fail because they're dickheads. But, you know, it's. I mean, especially when you see people with a lot of entitlement and they go to shit when they don't get their own way. I mean.
Yeah, but you're a very bitter, angry man.
I'm a realist, alright?
That's what they all say.
Look, some people, I don't give a shit about them. Like, this dude died at work, right? And I wasn't his biggest fucking fan. Now, I didn't hope he'd fucking die, right?
You fucking killed him.
And like, a lot of people are like fucking, you know, oh man, you hear about PJ. I'm like, dude, he was not the fucking nicest dude to me, so it don't mean shit. Yeah. It doesn't mean shit.
Why pretend?
I'm not gonna pretend because that's what's expected of me. And I'm not speaking bad about him, and I'm not saying anything like, well, I didn't fucking give a shit. I'm not saying that. It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't mean that all of a sudden they have worth.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's a dick.
It's like when I see people like they just consume themselves with like this wage slave fucking work, hoping to rise the ladder, and it's like you're gonna spend 12 hours a day at a fucking factory, and no one here is gonna miss you when you're gone, because when people do die, no one fucking talks about them anymore. No one fucking gives a shit. Now why are you going to put all that effort into something that doesn't matter? Like, how about you strive to start your own fucking business? Or, you know, you seek to, like, better your family, not just buying them shit and making them comfortable, but take them fucking camping, take them, like, on a hunting trip or some shit like that. Go do something off the beaten path that you know is going to fucking help them out. Because I see too many people where they spoil their kids. And they are spoiled. They grow up to be entitled little shits that fall apart at the drop of a fucking hat, and that's their parents' fault. Because they
haven't allowed them the space to build character. It's like you see fucking Chim, Master Chim. His boys, man, they're fucking killers.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking hard.
Like he's 14-year-old.
Character in them boys.
They learn that they have to work for everything.
That's how boys need to be brought up.
You see him, like, you'll have a video of them, like, they've organised themselves to do burpees in the fucking garden or something. Or he's like, he's 14-year-olds doing pull-ups and then burpees, and like, he goes, no one told him to do that. You know, he's just doing that himself. Like, that's fucking great, man.
Pressing bullets. Are they making
Stop the camera, stop the camera.
They're like flint-napping fucking shivs to go take down a deer. Like, but like, okay, like my son, for example, my oldest son, right? Like, I mean, he has put so much effort in the last 2 years in school, and he's had nothing but recognition of his teachers. He got star of the term 2 years in a fucking row, and every single time he gets that win, it spurs him on to do more. He was asking for extra homework from his teachers. Like,
you can see how much college come on.
And he's so proud of himself, and you just see him as like that. And like, it's nice because you hear him repeating back little things that you've said over the years, and he's everything's retained. And it's like he doesn't need like to be pushed as much as he used to. And now he's like, he's spurring himself on. You just need a little bit of that encouragement, push him in the right way, and just guide him there, and he'll do it on his own. And it's like, and
because I think men have an innate desire for these challenges, and because it gives you a reward, doesn't it, in itself? When you do something difficult, you do something hard, and you get through it, then you feel that reward because it's in us, man. It's in our fucking. It's from our ancestors. It's blood memory. You know what I mean?
100%, man. And it's so easy to kind of reconnect with that shit. Like, say like you take someone who's never fucking worked out before, and you take them to the gym and you push them to do something that they didn't think they could do, and that fucking sense of pride, you can see it beaming out of them, and it's like that little hook. Or you get someone to like. You get some guy who's never fucking sparred before, and you get him sparring, and he's like, you can see he wants to do that again.
Takes a punch and realises he's not made of glass.
Brings me back to that bit in Fight Club when one of their homework assignments, Tyler Durden said, you're going to go out into the public, you're going to pick a fight with a stranger, and you're going to lose. You want to let that random member of the public realise they have got so much potential within them to conquer their foe, and to conquer themselves, part of themselves they never thought possible.
That like primal fucking, like that strongman comp I did.
Yeah.
Like when I stepped up to do the deadlift, and it's like everyone else got like 8, maybe 9 reps, and I did like 13, and I was like that last one. It was like ah, and it's like.
Mate, I was welling up. Yeah, get it.
There was, and it's like, because you really want to fucking quit. Like, you sucking wind, like a minute of fucking max effort deadlifts, like trying to fucking really blast it out. That is a killer, man. And it's like, you really, like, it's like 10 seconds, you're like, oh, maybe, I don't need to get another one. And then you get that, like, you're like, fuck you, you're going to get that last one. And you get it up. And like, you want to beat your fucking chest and look at everyone like, what? What the fuck are you gonna do now? Beat that shit!
Bitter, angry.
Yeah. But I'll still shake the hand of the guy who beats me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a fucking dick.
Yeah.
It's, and, you know, I live by a certain set of principles, and I take that very fucking seriously. Yeah. And if I'm not, I expect someone to tell me I'm not. And I have to take the responsibility then to go, yeah, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You know? And if more people could fucking do that.
That's character, that's fucking...
Yeah.
Because a lesser man, if one of his peer group says to him, oh, you're fucking up here, they don't have a tantrum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But when they laugh it off and they make a joke about it.
Yeah. So they laugh it off, or they have a tantrum, fucking, fuck off, or fall out with a person, never speak to them again. What did you gain? Do you know what I mean? You're still in the same place.
But you're throwing your toys out the fucking
Yeah. You haven't actually fucking ascended.
Yeah.
Whereas
you have to take it as an opportunity to grow.
Yeah, and like Paul was saying before, like if that's your peer group and that's your chosen peer group, then you have to put some faith in their opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if they tell you you're fucking up and you go, no, I'm not, and argue with them and disagree, then you chose the wrong peer group. You know what I mean?
Because you obviously don't respect their opinions.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or you let yourself fall too far.
Yeah.
And we've all seen it happen. You know, you see people slipping and then they don't want to hear reality. You know, it's like they want you to just coddle them a little bit, like, wow, there, mate. It's like, sometimes you be like, you know, you just have to tell them, like, dude, just get it fucking done.
Yeah.
You know what's right, you know what's wrong.
Yeah, that's it as well. We all fucking know, don't we? But yeah, we should cut this off with the fucking...
No, they love it. They love this shit.
Leave them wanting more,
But yeah.
Press stop and we'll start another one and act like we did it like a week ago.
Should we just change our clothes?
Anyway, guys, you know, keep up the good work and don't let others fucking think for you. Alright? Think for your fucking self.
We love you.
Have a good one, guys.